Hello everyone and welcome to another StarCraft 2 livecast to Master League. And we have a TVP here.
Not enough minerals.
And
Not
we are
enough
on
minerals.
2000 atmospheres. So
Not
I don't
enough
think I can
minerals.
PF rush on this map, so let's go ahead and go for some Mass Raven shenanigans.
Not enough minerals. Not enough minerals. Not enough minerals. Not enough minerals. Additional supply depots required. Not enough minerals. Not enough minerals. Not enough minerals.
Okay. I do like that it's only a 3 structure wall off, so I can take these gas geysers earlier. Don't have to worry about getting that extra depot on this part of the wall.
Command center upgrade complete. Not enough minerals. Command center. Not enough minerals. Not enough minerals.
I can't build here.
Add-on complete. Base is under attack.
Yeah, unfortunate. One thing, like I sometimes do and sometimes don't, I should get more consistent on this, is kind of like as I'm starting my first siege tank, put an SCV next to my bunker on auto repair. Because that's like the weakest point for me, is like before my first tank arrives. That's when you can arrive with like 7, 8 gateway units, or maybe even an immortal. And for that, I need to, like, everything's about keeping that bunker alive. And having one SCV immediately start the repair while I'm pulling the rest of my SCVs helps a punch. Especially on certain maps. Certain maps, like, the bunker is just further away from my natural mineral line than other maps. I think I could have also had 4 Marines in that bunker. I only had 3. I don't think it would have made any difference, but still. Maybe one zealot falls, maybe that makes a difference with how quickly the bunker goes down. I guess the other thing I can actually do is focus fire the bunker on a stalker.
Not enough minerals.
Alright, so we do have a Zerg.
Not enough minerals. 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 Additional supply depots required. Not enough minerals. Not enough minerals. Not enough minerals.
I did lose a worker,
Not enough
which
minerals.
I don't like. But I think that evens up with the fact that he had to pull so many with his own workers off the line. I think he pulled 5. That's not a good response in general. Of course, if he killed my SCV, it's not too bad. I think that is good. Okay. Alright, let's see what we got here. One more SCV. Alright, that's the last SCV there. Maybe I could even build a command center. Because I have the money back. No, probably not. Yeah, well, he's only 170. There's no way I would have been able to afford the 400 there. When you're floating 550, you think you can afford the command center, but there's a whole bunch of stuff I had to purchase.
Command center upgrade complete. Command center upgrade complete. Not enough minerals. Not enough minerals. Not enough minerals. Add on. Not enough minerals. Not enough minerals. Unacceptable landing zone. Unacceptable landing zone. Add-on complete.
Got overload speed, which probably means he is not going for fast layer.
Unacceptable landing zone. Base is under attack. Command center upgrade complete. Not enough energy.
I can't build here.
Not
Can't hold them alone.
additional supply depots required. Additional supply depots required.
I can't build here.
Additional supply depots required.
Okay.
Not enough energy. Not enough minerals. Not enough minerals. Not enough minerals. Not enough minerals.
Mayday! Mayday!
Add-on complete.
Okay.
Base is under attack. Add-on complete. Add-on complete. Mineral field completed. Not enough minerals. Research complete. Mineral field depleted. Base is under attack.
Man.
Additional supply depots required. Insufficient Vespine gas. Your forces are under attack.
It's heating up out here.
Upgrade complete. Insufficient Vespine gas. Command center upgrade. Unacceptable landing zone. Mineral field depleted.
Got any extra firepower?
I think we lost.
Unacceptable landing zone. Insufficient Vespine gas. Base. Additional supply depots required. Unacceptable landing zone. Your forces. Additional supply depots required.
It's heating up
Additional
out here.
supply depots required.
Oof. That was rough. His very first two waves of locusts both killed planetaries. Usually it's not until like the fourth wave that he has enough to do that. Partially for my slow reaction time, but I guess he just had more. I guess he just had a lot of storm hosts early on. And the Hellbats weren't getting anything done. Which does make, which is a little interesting. I'm not going to go back and look at the replay, but it felt like that should have worked. Like, to get that many Storm Hosts that early in the game and still be able to, like, easily mop up Hellbats on his side of the map seems odd, because obviously all the Storm Hosts can't do anything about that. Alright, let's say we got another Zerg opponent.
Not enough minerals. 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 Additional supply depots required.
Odd. That's not the right time for the hatchery. I don't even know how it's possible to get a hatchery that... Oh, he cut the first Overlord. No, we saw it the second. Did he cut workers? I have no idea what this Zerg is doing. I'm not streaming, so he's not stream cheating. Maybe we're playing the same guy as last game?
Not enough minerals. Additional supply depots required. Command center upgrade complete. Insufficient Vespine gas. Insufficient. Command center upgrade complete. Not enough minerals. Not enough minerals. Not enough minerals. Add-on complete. Unacceptable landing zone.
What the hell, man? Something's weird this game. Something is off. I mean, map hack does exist.
Add-on complete. Unacceptable landing zone.
I guess if we see Stormhost, we know it's I mean, it's either map hacker or it's the same opponent as last game. In which case, we won't need
Command
missile
center
turrets.
upgrade complete.
So, if he's gonna blind counter, I might as well blind
Base
counter
is
too.
under attack. Command center upgrade complete. Additional supply depots required.
Damn it.
Additional supply depots required. Add-on complete. Additional supply depots required. Add-on complete. Additional supply depots required. Not enough minerals. Research. Insufficient Vespine gas. Additional supply depots required. Additional supply depots required. Additional supply depots required. Upgrade complete. Upgrade insufficient Vespine gas.
Yeah, must be the same guy.
Mayday! Mayday!
Insufficient Vespine gas. Mineral field depleted. Additional supply depots required. Base is under attack. Additional supply depots required.
Why'd I do that? And I'm losing connection.
Mineral base is under attack.
This vessel requires assistance.
Mineral field depleted.
Got any extra firepower?
Mineral field depleted.
It's heating up out here.
What is going on?
Base is under attack. SCVs under attack.
Got any extra firepower?
Additional supply depots required.
Can't hold them alone.
Additional supply depots required. Command center upgrade complete. Additional supply
It's heating up out here.
This vessel requires assistance.
Additional supply depots required.
Got any extra firepower?
Should get thrown out PDD right now.
Additional supply
It's heating up out
base is
here.
under attack.
Got any extra firepower?
Mineral field depleted.
It's heating up out here.
Mineral field depleted. is under attack. Mineral field depleted. Insufficient Vespine gas. Not enough minerals. Additional supply depots required.
This vessel requires assistance.
Got any extra firepower?
Additional. Mineral field depleted. Additional supply. Mineral field. Additional supply depots required.
It's heating up
Not
out
enough
here.
minerals.
Got any extra firepower?
Not enough energy. Not enough minerals.
It's heating up out here.
Mineral. Base is under attack. Vespine. Mineral field depleted. Command center upgrade complete. Not enough energy. Not enough energy. Not enough.
Got any extra firepower?
GG. Kind of a silly game. He blind countered me, I blind countered him. We really have no idea what would have happened if this were a proper ladder match. But yeah, skipping the missile turrets just meant I had the Hellbats on the field early enough to get the counterattack damage in. Yeah, he waited a long time to use the Stormhouse. But of course when he did, he had enough to take down the planetary. I guess I'm used to most Zergs. They get the Stormhouse tech, they build whatever Stormhouse they can with their first wave, with the bank and the larva they have, and then they immediately start using it. And, that keeps your Stormhouse active, which is good. But it also means, your first wave of Stormhouse is going to be like 7 Stormhouse or something. And 7 Stormhouse isn't going to kill planetary through repair. So I'm used to the first couple waves not doing very much until he gets the Stormhouse count up. This guy waited until he had enough to smoke a planetary. And even with a good amount of Widow Mines, he was still able to do so. The other thing I did in the blind counter is I put all my Widow Mines on the base I thought he was going to hit with Stormhouse. So I had 4 mines hit the first wave. Widow Mines is actually something I don't use very often versus Stormhouse anymore. But that was mostly because for a long period of time, after Widow Mine fired, it became visible. So they'd shoot, and then the Locust would kill them. But maybe since the last patch, or maybe 2 patches ago, I don't even know. That's no longer the case. As long as you have an armory, they'll stay invisible. Yeah, that's what it was. It used to require drilling claws, and I didn't want to invest in that. Now it used to require an armory, which I get either way. So yeah, it's a viable defense now against storm hosts. You just get enough up front, and they'll pop enough larvae, which means there's just, or they'll pop enough locusts, which means there just isn't enough firepower to get through the PF through repair. The downside is if you're building Widow Mines, you're not building Hellbats, and Hellbat counterattacks is like the way I beat Swarm Hosts. So the more I defend the Swarm Hosts, the less I have to counterattack and win the game. I'm not sure which is actually better. I was kind of doing a mix of both, but who knows? Maybe getting a 4th factory, building 7 or 8 factory units at a time would be best. Because like literally, you defend with Widow Mines, and you kill them with Hellbats. Like the Ravens don't even have to be a part of this equation. Now, eventually, he might start figuring out that, hey, I should send an Overseer with my Locusts. But, you know, that's unlikely. Most Zerg players won't even micro their Locusts, let alone, you know, send support units with them. Yeah, is that the first wave? Yeah. So 4 Widow Mines are all there. 0 over here instead of 2 and 2. Even the planetary upgrades aren't that relevant. Locusts do a lot of damage, actually. Well, actually, that's not true. They shoot very fast, so their damage per attack isn't too high. So yeah, the armor would be a big difference. It would knock it from 7 damage down to 5 if I got the structure armor, which I do have. Does knock me back to 2 bases, but he used his Banelings to do that, which means he doesn't have them to defend the Hellbats. So Hellbats get to take down a base in return. Catch some larvae. Looks like I never got Blue Flame. Which is too bad, because Blue Flame is actually important versus Locusts, as well as Zerglings and drones. I wish I thought to send my Hellbats over here earlier. Wipe out this forward spore forest. The other trick I do is this. This was the stupidity trick. I accidentally blocked my own command center with a missile turret. I meant to put it up somewhere that, like here. But the idea being it when he launches Locust, if he's not paying attention, they'll just immediately drop on the closest unit, which means they don't get to travel across the chasm. So anytime, you know, Locust shooting from here over to here is something that's could normally happen, build like a depot or a missile turret over here. See if you can get them to launch into it. Same thing like a missile turret here would cause them to land and they have to walk around. This isn't a map where that this is too relevant, except for this space, I guess. But sometimes like there's like say there's no ramp here, you could come here, shoot over, and if you cause them to drop there, then they'll never get in, or they'll get in right at the end of their duration. Looks like I might have an upgrade lead on his roaches too. Yeah, 0-0 against my Hellbats, which are 1-1. I never got 2-2. That's too bad because I started 1-1 really early. Probably could have been close to 2-2 by now. What are the stats on Locust anyways? 50 health. So, not great for Widow Mines, which do 40 damage. It's kind of overkill. It requires 2 hits. But still, I mean, that's almost 2 full pages. It's 44 Locusts that come in. And by the time they land, oh my gosh, they all landed in this one spot here and they all got hit. I was about to say, 44 and we knocked it down to like 28, but actually we knocked 44 down to 7. That's hilarious. Really knocked his creep back to the Stone Ages. Never did start that 2-2 upgrade. Would have been huge to have 2-2 Hellbats versus 0-0 Roaches. Actually cut into a Swarmos count quite a bit there with the auto turrets. They have so many hit points. 160 hit points is quite a bit. And they're fast units. You wouldn't think so because they're so bulky, but they actually have quick movement speed, so chasing them down with auto turrets is rarely a highly successful endeavor. Usually you can pick off maybe like 2 or maybe 3 if you're lucky with a bunch of auto turrets. But with that said, we really put him well back. I think the best feature about the Swarm Host is actually its cost. It's super cheap. Not on supply. It's a hog on supply. So it's a little bit painful near the end of the game. But we're gonna see the cost. Show me a larva. Yeah, 175. Trying to think what that's the equivalent of. Like, a little gas heavy, but not terribly so. Certainly it's the cheapest unit you can get per supply, I would think. Well, except for all the units are 50 per supply. It's cheap-ish per supply, similar to like a Marine or Zealot. So you can get a batch of them in the mid game, like 10 of them, and it doesn't really even cut into your bank that much. Where if you want to make a big batch of corruptors or something, that can be like super expensive. Like they feel like they should cost more than a Mutalisk. Mutalisk seems like this like little weak, flimsy unit. That's only 2 supply. And then you got this big chunky unit that's only 3 supply, but it costs less. But that 3 supply does make it hard to make it work. If it's 2 supply, it'd actually be overpowered, I think. You could use as part of late game compositions. But 3 supply takes up so much of your max army. And it's already a unit that doesn't really assist your main army at all. It's more of a something you gotta keep on the side. But if you're getting like an end game cost efficiency battle as Zerg, I feel like there's a place for it. Like unless you need all 200 supply to survive the opponent's army, I think any extra supply you can manage, you should put into Swarm Hosts. Like even if you just have 3 of them, and every time you fire them off, you kill a missile turret. That's still like value that adds up over the course of an endgame. I don't know. It's an interesting unit for sure. Anyways, with that, we'll call it the end of this video. Thank you everyone for tuning in, and I'm out of here. Goodbye.